Trestle from the Boonton Iron Works crosses the Rockaway River approximately 250 feet from Morris Avenue. The main access is via gravel and dirt trail that extends from a parking lot off Morris Avenue a short distance into the park, directly to the alignment of the former railroad and the trestle. The trestle crosses the river towards the northwest to the opposite side where there is no defined trail. A section of railroad tracks is visible farther northwest and extends through a parking area and along abandoned industrial buildings, some of which, based on preliminary assessments, date to the Boonton Iron Works operations. The trestle itself is set high above the river, and the embankments on both sides of the trestle leading down to the river are steep. The trestle is a single-track, four-span steel railroad bridge set on a concrete substructure built onto masonry retaining walls at the wooded and rocky banks of the Rockaway River. Retaining walls were constructed when the original wooden trestle was built in 1867. This wooden train trestle was destroyed by flood in 1905. The two outer spans of the trestle are riveted deck girders, while the two inner spans are deck trusses utilizing the double intersection Warren truss. The double intersection Warren truss is made up of a series of overlapping equilateral triangles. The truss members are made of steel angles and plates that are riveted together. The deck of the trestle has two sets of metal rails. One set was to guide trains and one was for safety to prevent the train from turning over into the river if there was a derailment. The rails are set on creosote-treated wooden railroad ties. Either end of each span of the trestle is supported by poured-in-place concrete supports, two of which are on the banks and two of which are set in the Rockaway River. The outer concrete abutments are constructed on the 19th century stone masonry abutments at the banks from the banks which were a part of the previous wooden trestle. These masonry abutments are composed of largely fairly regular sized ashlar cut local fieldstone reflecting late 19th century masonry construction technologies. The two center concrete piers in the river each support the end spans of the double intersection Warren truss. They, more than likely given their age, have caisson foundations and were poured in lifts with wooden forms as seen in their existing finish. A member-by-member assessment was conducted in 2020, at the end of 2020, and a complete set of design and contract documents for the train trestle, the decking, and the fence were prepared.